What is up, my dudes? It's Pac-Man here. Today I wanted to bring you guys another brand new episode of Or6 Analysis, the show where I take your footage and show you where to best improve. Today we are checking out my man Panic, basically someone that is playing in and around Silver 2 currently. He used to be able to solo queue to Plat 3, Plat 2-ish, and he seemed to have no problems with that in the past. For the last 4 or 5 seasons, he's been struggling, kind of stuck in gold, and he knows something's wrong, but he can't quite put his finger on it, and I feel like a lot of people will be able to relate to that. So I guess without wasting too much time, man, let's hop in and see what we can find. Okay. So, starting out, we are playing Coastline Attack. You're on the Sledge. Let's see how we can go. I like Sledge. Sledge is good. Sledge is friend. Okay, so you're doing a little bit of jiggling. A little bit of throwing the shoulder. A little QE spam. Why not? Smack the window as you go through. Apply pressure. Nothing wrong so far. Mechanics look okay. They don't look to be the reason that you're stuck in silver. Oh, that you're in silver currently. Pretty snappy. You're playing on the roof for now. You got the hatch open to potentially go for a penthouse theater push late days or whenever you feel like it. For now, you're just holding angles on the roof, trying to cut off rotation. Not a bad idea. So the first thing that I notice is that your whole team is sort of playing in and around hooker side. There was one over there as well. So you're playing in and around, oh, my face cam has changed. In and around hooker side, which is cool, but I just want to make sure that, I guess, you notice that and you know, able and willing to push with the team as the round goes on. So especially when the team is playing for like a kind of just a front push, like a hooker push like this, it does make sense to have someone on the roof. But in my opinion, it's probably not the most effective way to push out a hooker billiards bomb side. I'd rather go through penthouse and aqua. So you guys get the early pick. Now, one thing that I've noticed kind of off the bat is it is now 1 minute and 55 seconds left, basically a minute into the round, and this is the first time that you have pulled up your drone during this round. So let's see if that's a recurring issue, because it could very well be. So you got a nice pre-placed on Cool Vibe. You're going to go for a nade down hatch. Hopefully you get something juicy from it. Nothing. That's unfortunate. You're going to go for the aqua. So as well, what you can do there, saving your nades, is you can just tell your Zero to just shoot a little cam into the drone hole really quick, just to spot and see if there is actually anyone actually playing there, and can save your utility. So you might see that there's an ADS, you know, you might see there is one there, and confirms a kill. So you do tag one up with the nade there, which is saucy. You guys are now 5v2. Again. Whoa! That was a nice shot, actually. Let's go back and take a look at that. So you drop down. I thought you actually took out your own Nomad here. Looks like you kind of nearly do, eh? Nice shot, though. Nice reactions. Okay, so I don't know what you're looking for. I think you're just trying to find whatever you can. See if you can get a quick, cheeky pick. The guy's playing Aqua. No reinforcement on hooker as well. This site is set up weird, and the bomb's now on Cool Vibe. So I'd probably at this point just be telling the boys, grab the bomb, bring a hooker. But if you're feeling saucy, aggress on it. I bet now because you see the Nomad going, you'll go, my kill. Well, you've done the righty. You've done the righty. You've sat tight. Someone really just needs to go pick up that bomb. And trade out the rook instead. That's fine. Look, so straight off the bat, you can tell mechanically you're probably too switched on to be playing in silver. You can clearly see that you've played in higher ranks before, whether or not that's where you're playing currently. One thing that does strike me immediately is the fact that you're not droning. All right, there was once during that round you pulled up your drone just to have a quick look on Cool Vibe, and you know there was nothing there. You threw a nade down the hatches and down the drone holes, but no droning, so I imagine that is something that's probably going to be recurring, and that's probably going to be getting you killed in different rounds. So let's go find out. Okay, round number 2. You're trying to get a White Stairs flank cam set up. Be cautious with this drone spot specifically, just sitting on top of white stairs. It's super, super common, and it's always in defender line of sight, right? So what you have to think is where defender's going to be coming from. So if they're holding above and they go to rotate down this hallway, what's directly in their line of sight? That'd be, you know, you. Like, you guys are crossing paths, so it's very easy for the defenders to see that, especially if someone's sitting on it at the time. So what I usually would like, what I'll usually do is sit it like on the end of this banister, hide it under this couch here, or different things that are going to give me the same information without being as visible. So just always try and keep your pre-placed drones and just utility in general out of direct line of sight of the enemy. All right, round 2. Let's see what we can find. Take out the default. The boys have spawned the other side, and it looks like the Habana has already picked up a frag. Early days. So just keep in mind as well, like this sort of thing that you're doing here with the whole like QE and checking all these angles, and you know, like I do agree, like you should be checking and, you know, quick peeking these angles to see if someone's actually spawn peeking, but just don't overdo it, because most of the time, like, it's just unnecessary and it actually throws your aim off a little bit. So just be careful with like just QE spamming, because it doesn't work like it used to back in the day. The mechanics are just aren't the same in the game anymore, like it does a lot of the time now. Like if you think about the Shiko peek or the different kind of styles of quick peeking now, they're not overly complex. It's not QE by any means. It's kind of just like in and out. One side only, or just like, yeah, you don't have to be as like spammy with it anymore, especially when, you know, you're actually picking enemies. So you go for the drone hole kill. Not the worst idea. Nothing comes from it. So you're gonna go up, I imagine, open up the hatch here. Hopefully we see the drone come out. Let's go. First drone. This is now the first time we've gone 2 rounds deep. 40 seconds into round number 2, the first time that you're actually droning for information during a round. Alright. Let's see, have a quick look on theater hallway. Quick look top white. Can't see much. They could still be in theater there. They could still be behind the bed crabbing. You go to pop a drone there. Still nothing white. So the one thing I would say about that droning, like at the end of the day, you know, you can't spend the whole time droning, but these 2 rooms are important to drone, right? When you're going for vert in penthouse or vert, you know, just in general, basically the vert, penthouse vert or the VIP vert, you definitely want to be droning penthouse and theater. Like, especially, you know, you're the only one over here right now. Like, you want to be droning them, and then afterwards, you kind of want to be telling the teammates, hey, can someone watch flanks or whatnot? But like at minimum that you need to be doing is droning both of these rooms, because there could still be a player on this side of the penthouse, and there could easily be a player somewhere in theater there, anywhere in theater really. So just do be cautious of that, man, because I promise you'll get punished for it. You'll get punished for it for sure. Okay, and another thing that you want to be aware of when you're playing soft breach, just like vert playing, you don't want to hit a vert and then stay above it. You really want to hit a vert and kind of move off that line of sight, because what happens when you hit vert, right? When you hit vert, there's like a little bit of lag before you're able to get your gun out again. And what happens? What do the enemies do when they see vert above them? Most of the time they'll start backing away, but they'll also aim up at that vert to see if they can catch someone's head just sticking there. So yeah, you just want to be very cautious of staying on the same line of sight as to the vert that you're making, as to avoid getting headshot. You know, rather you're kind of like hitting it and then just staying right on it. But mechanically, that crosshair placement's not too bad. Doesn't look bad at all. So you find a cheeky Ella in bathroom. Done a little bit of vert so far. So these guys don't seem to know how to deal with the vert too well. So another quick note on just on vertical play in general, like the more vert you can do, the better. Hey, like because it gives them less opportunities to be able to peek you. Right now, this Doc, if he's smart about it, the only vert he needs to really be aware of is this vert. This is where he can get shot from. And you know, if someone's playing around the rotate, the only real vert you can get shot from is this vert. So they only have kind of like one place to aim, and I guess so do you, but it makes it more of an even gunfight. Whereas like the more vertical lines of sight you can give yourself, the more, places you're giving the enemy team to have to worry about, and like just the less cover they have. So as a rule of thumb, when you're playing Sledge, until you kind of have your vert complete, you shouldn't really be playing for picks. I know this is solo queue, and it's just a bit of ranked, but as a rule of thumb, you should be just kind of like smacking out the vert. And hopefully you have someone else playing up there with you that could be peeking through the verts and looking for the kill. But vert first, picks later, right? And what kind of goes well with that, that when you actually start looking for the picks later on, is have someone potentially live drone the bomb site while you're actually peeking the vert at that point. So I guess just some notes when it comes to vertical. Okay, you're going for a nade. The dock is healed up. Oh, that nearly got the dock. You're checking out bathroom. So this is where, like, really they have an opportunity to punish you here because there's such little vert done. You're still in a favorable position here. The dock goes down. It's a 4v2. One's right by that door. You're going to try and bank a nade. Oh, that's unlucky. Metal railings, hey, they are just super unfortunate. Okay, someone just died in kitchen, and you get the job done. Okay, round number 3, back on the sledge once more. Struggling to take out the cam, but that's all good. Not to worry. So you're checking your spawn peaks, which I like. I think that's actually a really smart thing to do. Too often you see people just kind of like brain dead, especially in the second, third round of attack. They just like kind of run through and just cop the L on the spawn peak. So I think you're doing well to have the patience to check every time. So I think now you're gonna go to try and cut off some rotates again. And now we're just gonna go straight to hook up balk. You're droning through. Looks like bomb site's below. Oh, bomb site's actually penthouse theater. Wow, that's unique. You just don't see that site anymore. Hey, I remember back in the day in ranked, that site used to be the go-to. Like that was the site you play. Like every time, first defending site was always penthouse theater. And then it was just like all of a sudden everyone was just like, oh, it's actually terrible. Yeah, let's never do this again. Now it's not even third. Like it just doesn't get played anymore. Okay, so you've taken hooker control, hooker billiards. You're going for 90. There's definitely going to be 90 present, so there should be anyway. You can almost expect it. It's a good nade. Takes out a proximity alarm, a camera, and a bulletproof camera. That's solid use of utility, in my opinion. Okay, so they've kind of top white hold going on. The castle goes back in. So at this point, like, it's still a 5v5. I don't know, I'd probably have a quick look to see if there's anyone playing on white, or maybe try and see if there's anyone playing on 90 itself. But at this point, like, you would probably assume the vast majority of these players in the enemy team are going to be in sight, or else they're going to be downstairs playing for, flanks or playing for C4s. One of the two. So let's see how we'll react to this. You're going to push up and take 90. Okay, so you're going to go try kill this guy back theater. Nice shot. You're going to try and go for the maestro cam. Not too bad. So at this point now, you definitely don't want to be sitting in this position when you guys already have the lead. You just don't need to be here. Hey, it's far too aggressive. You can get swung out from this door. You can get swung from white stairs. No one's really going to be coming through luggage, to be honest, because of the way that you guys just played it. But you can definitely get swung from these positions, and it's just kind of a little bit too exposed. It's not a favorable position for you, I should say. So when you got man advantage, the wall's opening, you're getting closer and closer to actually, getting that bomb down. You'd want to be in a different position, but you can still be holding 90, but maybe just further back down the hallway, or just holding like a tighter angle on the theater door to catch someone rotating back out. But this position here is a little bit too wide, in my opinion. It's not tight enough. Take out the maestro cam. Okay, so you're falling back. Now you're going to be cautious to the flanks. That's what I would definitely be assuming at this point. We know there's going to be 2 of the 4 are on site. We've seen the castle rotate back in, and we know the maestro is going to be playing on site usually. So there's 2 players left. If you can hear 2 more guns on bomb site, then fantastic. Bob's your uncle. If not, That's the Maestro down. You can definitely assume that one or two of them are going to be flanking. There's the smoke. There's the castle. Nice shots. You're pushing in. Third was on bomb site. Oh! 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 Let's go. That's unfortunate. Not to worry though. You already won the round. Let's have a look at that little clip there. That was pretty saucy. You find the shot into the smoke who's flanking. Good awareness. And then catch the castle slipping. I don't know why that castle was in full sprint, but it was well done. A couple of whiff shots here on the SMG-11 with the Aruni. It is what it is, not to worry. That happens from time to time. I think pretty well played overall, to be honest, man. Like you kind of did what you needed to do. You took the control you needed, and you guys got the job done. Yeah, from what I'm seeing so far, you are probably too good to be playing in this rank. If you're playing in silver right now and you previously played in plat, then yeah, that's probably reality. You'll probably be able to kind of have your way with players that are playing in silver. But as you progress through the ranks, you're probably finding it tougher and tougher for this playstyle to continue to work. And that's partially because of two things. Number one, players have just gotten better. So the average player in low plat is stronger than they were in the past. And, that makes the average player in gold stronger and so on. Players have just gotten better at the game. And it's become a lot harder to, solo queue to a point that you used to be able to do in the past just because of the quality of player. And that's just fact. So if you're not improving alongside the game, then you're gonna really, in most sense, if you're not improving, then you're probably falling behind. So let's check out these last couple of rounds and see what else we can find. Okay, match point. We've already got a cheeky team kill from the enemy team. So you're going for a spawn peek. You guys have well and truly already asserted your dominance in this rank match. So there doesn't seem to be too many cares given. Ash pushing bottom white. Does she frag out the Cade? Very potentially. Because that's just what Ashes do. They have no time for Cades. Again, you're aggressing. I'm not going to try and stand here and tell you that you shouldn't be doing this, because in the end of the day, you're already 3-0 up, and you're on your defense rounds now, so it's kind of what teams do. But that's what's happening here. If you're wondering why you guys are losing all these kills, it's because you're over-aggressing. It's 2 minutes, 45 seconds in, and there's already been 4 people killed within the round, which is obviously... It means that, with 3 defenders down, it means that you guys are over-peaking and over-aggressing. And it even showed with you there down on Cool Vibe, you went to look for the Ash. Swung out wide, couldn't see her, and then you've rotated around back to Aqua to try and find this Yana or whoever it is. And yeah, you're just playing it aggressively. So yeah, that's probably what's going to lead to the inevitable demise of this round. It's not to do with skill set, it's not to do with strategy. I suppose it is to do with strategy to an extent when you think about being aggressive as a strategy. So now, when you're in a 2v4, now you need to be aggressive. Playing kind of like passive there isn't going to work just simply because of the man count. Land a nice shot on the Zofia. Another nice shot onto the Ash, I believe, or whoever that was. So 2 nice shots there, but again, at the end of the day, it was just a little bit too much. A little bit too much pressure. The boys went down too early. But again, mechanically, you look fine. You look sharp, if I'm honest with you, for a silver. So, yeah, and that's because I think we both know that you're probably not actually a silver. You're just playing in silver rank at the moment. But, yeah, look, that round, what can you say? You guys got too aggressive, and it showed in the end result. All right, 3-1 match point. We're back on the Jaeger. Man, this makes me upset because them two kills there that you got last round look clean. And it's just... It ain't the same no more. Jaeger nerd, bro. Again, with the TK early rounds, there must be some serious beef going on that enemy team. I don't know what that was. I don't know, that. It's a bit weird. Some serious beef cranking. 5v4. You guys don't seem to be playing as aggressively now. We've got more on site, and you and Vigil downstairs. It's a pretty standard hooker hold. Right, 3 up top, kind of playing near-ish to bomb site, and then 1 playing Sunrise, and then the other one playing, lobby security way, holding this. So pretty standard hold here. Nothing too crazy about that. So 2 on hooker balk. 2 on hooker balk. Okay, so they haven't shot the default cam. And it looks like they're probably going to be going for a straight hooker back push. So in this situation, like, you can stay here when you don't have C4. It's a bit questionable. You can stay here when you're when they look like they're going for a hooker play, because sometimes when teams go for a hooker play, if there's too much congestion on the hooker door, what they might end up doing is sending 2 down through Sunrise to try and come up cool vibe and kind of apply more pressure from different angles. So having presence here isn't the end of the world, but if you want to rotate off, you can. But if I was you rotating off, I would probably be rotating back up cool vibes. Are you going for a spawn peek? Okay, big fella. Oh, he sees it. They're like sitting ducks. Dear Lord. Well played, bro. They still don't know. They still don't know. Do it. You know you want to. I think you're lagging out. Are you lagging out, or am I lagging out? What's happening? Is this the video over? No. You haven't lagged out. Oh, he's lagged out. God, that's disappointing. I bet you take the elo loss for that, because the boys were just about to win. Abandoned sanction. What? Gold 3. Wow. That's unfortunate. Look, that was a little bit of a surprise ending. I'll be honest with you, man. Like I said, so this was a gold 3 lobby. You said you're playing in silver now. I'll be honest with you. Like, obviously, I think you know that you are a little bit too skilled to be playing in that rank. But the reality is, if you're not going to be playing kind of strategically, droning yourself through, and playing, you know, the clock down and whatnot, then you will just struggle as you move up and play harder teams. You'll struggle to win consistently unless you can consistently carry your stack. So, you know, I know you want to just solo queue, and if you want to just solo queue, you can do that, but you got to be more using your drones a little bit more. I would say you're setting up your flank drones, but maybe ask the boys in your team, can someone please watch my flank? Or if someone dies, can you watch my flank? Simple things like that to make sure that you're not getting, you know, wrecked unnecessarily. But the reality is, like, you probably are just, you know, solo queuing. You're solo queuing aggressively, and you're taking gunfights at any opportunity. And you're taking them gunfights because mechanically you're sound, and you're sounder than the majority of people that you'll meet in these lobbies. But it's just not going to be a true fire way to consistently win unless you are, like, consistently able to frag out the enemy team. So I would probably recommend, if you don't want to stack up, if you don't want to find a few mates to stack with, and, you know, move your ways back into plat, even if you find 2 or 3 mates, that's all it will take you guys to, you know, get into plat 3 and beyond again. But, you know, if you're playing just in solo, yeah, like you just kind of have to come to terms with the fact that it's gonna be difficult to consistently win, because you could have, you know, you playing unbelievable, dropping 10 kills and be on a team with 4 spuds. Now, granted, I think with time you've probably been a bit unlucky this season. I think with time you would probably see your rank move up, or I think your natural solo queue rank would be high, closer to, you know, gold 2, gold 1, I would imagine, just by the looks of your mechanics and your kind of game sense there. But look, it is what it is. There's nothing much to say. Solo queue is a dangerous game, a dangerous elo game. It is not a good way to, you know, rank up. It's a good way to take gunfights and have a little bit of fun. So I wouldn't take it too seriously, and I wouldn't let it, you know, put all your value on the fact that you're sitting in gold 3 because you solo queue all the time. Find yourself a 5 stack, and you'll soon see that rank rise. So don't beat yourself up, my bro, but understand that it is solo queue. I think you have the ability to go much further if you would like to, just judged off this one little game. And in the end of the day, like, I did just watch you, you know, 4-0 a team, aside from the abandoned sanction there in the end. So it's hard for me to say, you know, it's all good and well, that style, when it's working, but, you know, what happens when it doesn't work? What happens when teams shut it down? If you're playing against a 5 stack that's got, you know, heavy utility setup, like, so that there's you know, just shields everywhere, they're not over peaking. And, you know, there I might be able to give you more advice, but that'd be the main thing I'd say, man. Just keep on grinding. If you really want to get yourself back up to plat 2, you know, and you want to push for diamond later on, I would definitely start to find some players to play with. I know you said you're 21, you're getting a little bit older, as you said. Don't stress that at all, bro. I'm 24. I hit diamond for the first time when I was 24, so you're never too old at all. You just got to find the right people to grind with, man. And I'm sure you can make it there. So thank you very much for sending me in the footage. I appreciate it, bro. It was actually fun watching some of them headshots. I liked it. And if you guys like this video too, what a transition that was. If you guys like this video too, please be sure to like the video and subscribe. It really does help the channel out a ton. And thank you for the Knights, as always, for having me on here. Much love, my dudes. I will see you in the next one. Peace.